with other assistants.
Translation, purport. By His Divine Grace, by Srila Narabinda, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. Shukadev Goswami replied, after accepting the throne of the government by the fervent request of his young brother Bharat, Ramachandra ordered his young brothers to go out and conquer the entire world, while he personally remained in the capital to give audience to all the citizens and residents of the palace and supervise the governmental affairs with his other assistants. Report. The Supreme Personality of Godhead does not allow any of his devotees or assistants to be engaged in sense gratification. The younger brothers of Lord Ramachandra were at home enjoying the personal presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord ordered them to go out and achieve victory all over the world. It was the custom, and this custom in some places still current, that all other kings would have to accept the supremacy of the emperor. And if the king of a small state did not accept the emperor's supremacy, there would be a fight, and the king of the small state will be obliged to accept the emperor as supreme. Otherwise, it will not be possible for the emperor to rule the country. Lord Ramachandra showed his favor to his brothers by ordering them to go out. Many of the Lord's devotees residing in Vrindavan have taken the vow not to leave Vrindavan to preach Krishna consciousness. But the Lord says that Krishna consciousness should be spread all over the world, in every village and every town. This is the open order of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antya-khanda, chapter 4, verse 126. Vitiviteyache jada nanadadigram sarvata pracha orvemuranam. A pure devotee. The translation is, let the name of the Lord be spread in every town and village. A pure devotee therefore must execute the order of the Lord and must not gratify his senses while remaining stagnant in one place, falsely proud, thinking that because he does not live Vrindavan, a chance in a solitary place, he has become a great devotee. A devotee must carry out the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Jaridika Tarika Krishna Upadesh. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 7, verse 128. Every devotee, therefore, should spread Krishna consciousness by preaching, asking whomever he meets to accept the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord says, Vadhamam Parijaja Mamikam Shalanam Vraja. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 66. Abandon all varieties of religion and surrender unto me. This is the order of the Lord, who speaks of the Supreme as the Supreme Emperor. Everyone should be induced to accept this order, for this is victory, Digvijay. And it is the duty of the soldier, the devotee, to impress upon everyone this philosophy of life. Of course, those who are Kanishta Adhikaris do not preach, but the Lord shows mercy to them also, as he did by staying personally in Ayodhya to give audience to the people in general. One should not mistakenly think that the Lord asked his younger brothers to leave Ayodhya because he especially favored the citizens. The Lord is merciful to everyone, and he knows how to show his favor to each individual person according to his capacity. One who abides by the order of the Lord is a pure devotee. This is a very peculiar way to understand the verse, but we see immediately the mood of Srila Prabhupada, because the connection between preaching and this verse is not necessarily so direct. But Prabhupada is translating his purport in the 70, maybe this verse is recited in the year 75 or 76, and therefore Prabhupada is currently actively preaching all over the world, and he sends a message to all of us, to his disciples at the present moment and in the future generation, the later devotees of ISKCON. So we have to understand the context. Because Prabhupada is writing in the mode of emergency at this time, because there is a great need to expand, and still today the need is there. But you have to understand that later on, in these last days, Prabhupada also mentioned we have to boil the milk. And he said as well that there is enough devotee now. No, we have to train them. No, that's also one aspect of Srila Prabhupada, that those who are knowledgeable enough, brave enough, capable enough, they can go and preach. But it's not that we only have to do that. We have also the need to train the others who are staying, so they become also well qualified to expand the movement. So it's really a peculiar way to see this verse. Prabhupada says the inhabitants of Ayodhya are compared to Kanishta Adhikaris. But actually, we have to understand they are not necessarily Kanishta Adhikaris. They may be also eternal associate of the Lord, because they are the citizens of Ayodhya, and they will go back with the Lord to Godhead. But this is the understanding of Srila Prabhupada. This is the message that Prabhupada wants to send through this history. So we have to understand it as well in this way. Shri Radha Parishishvara, Shri Nitai Sachisuta, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Narani ki Jai. So one should not think that the citizens of Ayodhya, they are low-class devotees. They are not. They are also eternal associates of the Lord. One should understand like that. But Prabhupada compared them as Kanishta Adhikari because they do not take the same service that Bharat, Shatrugna, and Lakshman did for the sake of expanding Dharma into the world. And Prabhupada wants to make us understand this point that if you are actually qualified, you should go to preach. If you are not, then at least support in a way or other this movement of Krishna consciousness. Support the order of the Lord that Sanatana Dharma has to be expanded. The duty of the soldier, the devotee, is to impress upon everyone this philosophy of life, meaning this Krishna consciousness. So, Prabhupada makes a point as well that we generally think that when we are ordered to leave, it's a punishment. If I'm the Lord and I'm telling you, you have to go far and do this job far away, for my sake, then we think maybe the Lord or my king is not really liking me. Maybe he wants to get rid of me. That's maybe a possibility, but it's not necessarily the case. It's not a punishment. Prabhupada is explaining here that those who have the ability, the adhikar to stay in Vrindavan, they are not necessarily the most advanced. And those who are leaving Vrindavan to preach, they are not necessarily less advanced. The point is that the order of the Lord may be either you leave, either you stay. But in any condition, you have to please me. And according to your qualification, I may order you to stay or to leave. But my order should not be neglected. That's the main point. So I just want to show you one quick thing, just to make this more understandable. You can see the order of the Lord as a table like that. We may be asked to stay, you see, or we may be asked to leave.
We can't see.
What?
Now we
Yeah,
can.
no.
You can. We may accept, isn't it?
Can't see, we have to stay. We have to be. We can.
Yeah. Okay. We may reject, isn't it? So here you have 4 possibilities to deal with the order of the Lord. Okay? Is it visible?
Yes.
In number 1, the Lord asks you to stay with Him, and you accept. This is the easy part, isn't it? The number 2 is the Lord asks you to leave, and you accept. It's also good. Generally, we tend to think that number 3 and 4 are for bad devotees, but it's not necessarily the case. If the Lord tell you to stay and you reject His order, it's really considered really bad. But it's not necessarily the case. Is there anyone you remember who were asked to stay with the Lord but wanted to leave instead? This is really obvious. Everybody can know.
Was ordered to stay.
Stay, yes, but wanted to leave.
I think Lord Ram, before the fight, there was one man, and then he said something to Lord Ram that I make some offers to you and I want to go, but Lord Ram say no, you should stay. I hear something sorry.
Do you know this person? No.
But Lord Ram himself, everybody wants him to stay, but he wants to leave.
Yeah.
And there is Kurma
Yes.
Brahman also.
Yes. But in this case, the Lord order you to stay with Him. I give you one small hint. It begins by a A and it finishes by a A. I mean, this is in the Lila of Krishna.
Akura?
No.
I don't know.
Arjuna wanted to leave, isn't it?
Yes.
I want to leave the battlefield. Krishna says, no, you stay with me. You have to do your duty with me, isn't it? Is Arjuna a bad devotee for that? No, because he was temporarily under the illusion of Yogamaya for the sake of teaching the world. So in some situation, the Lord may ask you to stay with Him, but you don't want. Because what He asks you to do with Him is really difficult. And number 4, do you have any devotees, well-standing devotees, who the Lord told them to leave and they reject? They say, no, we want to stay with you. The opposite of Arjuna.
There is something with Akura, no? He was asked to stay here while the Lord is leaving.
Pandavas?
Actually, you're right, because Akura we go into Krishna Lila. Akura organized a conspiracy to steal a jewel called the Syamantaka, and afterward it was known by Krishna and Balaram that the instigator of the conspiracy was Kritarama and Akura. Therefore, Akura thought, oh my God, the Lord knows that I am the instigator of killing Satyajit through Jatadonva. Therefore, let me go out of Dwarka. And he left to Kashi or Avanti, and the Lord sent his army to tell Akura, you come back. We want you there, back. So Akura was ordered to stay with the Lord. Please come back. And he accepted. And in that way, he was in the case number 1. He did not refuse, but he left without permission. The number 4 would be the prime example, would be the damsel of Vrindavan. Because Krishna told them, please, you do leave. It's in the middle of the night. I was playing my flute because I was inspired by the moon. And why are you here? Krishna gave so many arguments, and the gopis they did not believe this argument. They say, no, we know what you are doing. You are testing us. We know that you want us to be there, and you are just testing our determination, so we won't believe you. So in that way, there is some instances that externally would look like a devotee is not following straight the order of the Lord, still they are in good standing. The point is not that accepting, rejecting, staying or leaving. The point is that I'm doing that out of selflessness for the pleasure of the Lord.
What could you repeat, Prabhu? Sorry.
The point is not to stay or live with the Lord or to accept and reject His order. The point is whatever I'm doing selflessly for His pleasure. So it's not a punishment that if the Lord tell me you live Vrindavan and you preach my glories. It's not that Rupa and Sanatan were punished by Lord Chaitanya to go in Vrindavan when he was in Jagannath Puri. Not like that. But by affection, we could take it like that. For example, Gadadhar Pandit was like saying, my Lord, I want to stay with you. Please do not leave me. But Prabhupada says, the servant who does not follow the order of the master is really a bad servant. Therefore, Gadadhar Prabhu says, okay, I will follow your order and I will stay while you leave. Nityananda was also asked, you leave my company and you preach the glories of the holy name. He accepted and he did that with enthusiasm. In Krishna Lila, for example, Kaliya was asked to leave. No, you have killed so many people in Vrindavan, please you leave. And he accepted. Okay, I'm happy already to have been spared, I have the insignia of Krishna's lotus feet on my head, it's good enough. Some were asked to leave. In Vrindavan Lila, for example, Nanda Maharaj. When he was in Mathura in Kurukshetra, he didn't want to leave the company of Krishna. But Krishna told him, no, I have to do my duty. I have been petitioned by Lord Brahma and the Devatas to come in this earth, so to get rid of the Asuras. So I have to do that part as well. So please wait for my return. No, you go back to Vrindavan without me. So he did as well. But at first, Nanda Maharaj was not accepting. Yeah, Krishna had to convince him. But it was done out of affection and pure intention by concern for Krishna's welfare. So in any condition, everything is good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Depends on the intention. Yes.
Yeah. When you reject, it's always like a selfish choice. No?
No.
In any case.
Well, not necessarily, because I will take an example. Try to listen. Is, for example, when Krishna left Vrindavan, the gopis they were opposed. The Kaura themselves they were opposed. No, Krishna, we don't want you to leave. So it looks selfish. Maybe externally it looks like, okay, I want to enjoy the presence of Krishna. And I don't want him to respect Dharma. It really looks selfish. But the idea is that, no, they were thinking, we know how to please Krishna. Krishna outside of Vrindavan is not the same, he's not happy. So if he's leaving Vrindavan, Krishna won't be happy without us and without Vrindavan. So we have to keep him there. It was selfless.
So intention is important.
Yes, exactly. That's the point. Intention is most important. And Kardamamuni
also like Lord is born in his home, Kapildev, and
yes.
he is in left.
Yes. And that's a good example. So we may have those 4 options, we may be ordered to do that, either by the Lord or as sadakas by our Guru. It's not that when Prabhupada asks you, at least 50 years ago, asked one of his disciples, you go preach in China or in this country. It does not mean that it's a punishment. Actually, it's an opportunity for you to render service and to claim the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So, there is one lila that I discovered yesterday, a lila of Prabhupada related to New Mayapur. I discovered that yesterday. This is from ISKCON. So when Prabhupada visited New Mayapur, ISKCON came. And he left his Prabhupada Datadesh, means his place of service. Prabhupada told him, you go in the east and you preach there, Eastern Europe. But ISKCON thought, that's so difficult. I'm alone. I want to come back and see Prabhupada. And ISKCON came and asked to Prabhupada, please let me be your secretary for some time. And Prabhupada, ISKCON explained that in New Mayapur, Prabhupada was really dry and forceful against ISKCON. Every time he would do a mistake, Prabhupada would erupt and tell, you don't do nicely, properly, you are not qualified to stay there, you should go back to your place, don't do this service if you don't know how to do it. ISKCON was thinking, but Prabhupada, your secretary that I'm replacing now is doing the same mistake. So why are you tolerating his mistake and not mine? It's not fair. But Prabhupada said, I'm training him. I'm training you for something else. You go back. And ISKCON was telling Prabhupada, you know, I'm alone there. I need association. And Prabhupada says, what association? What strong association? The order of the Lord, the order of the spiritual master is the strong association. And ISKCON told, yeah, but Prabhupada, it's so difficult. In this eastern part of Europe, I have nothing to eat. And Prabhupada says, if you have to eat meat, but preach. So after some time, ISKCON accepted that, okay, Prabhupada is adamant. He does not want me to stay with him. I have to fulfill his order. He went back and he did a marvelous preaching.
Eat meat.
I don't think so. But the point was that Prabhupada's order had to be fulfilled even at the cost of damaging oneself. You know? At least that was personally his instruction to ISKCON. Not that for preaching, distributing books, you have to eat meat to gain some protein. I'm not saying that. But to Prabhupada, he wanted to show to ISKCON that my order should not be neglected. You have to fulfill it. Please, this is so important. I have a mission for you. Do it, whatever it costs. So, you see, the order of the Lord, they fulfill 4 things. Generally, we understand Paritananaya Sadhunam, so, but I'm telling 4, but in this verse there is only 3 purposes. Why? Because the Acharya, they understand Dharma Samstapanataya to be twofold. There is showing example, establishing Varnashram Dharma, and also Dharma can mean Sanatan Dharma, preach the glories of the Lord. Expand the love of God. So, if we understand like this, then Dharma can mean 2 things. And therefore, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Therefore, the Lord, like Lord Ramachandra, he may ask you, please, you go there and you do Paritananaya. You deliver those who are harassed, the sadhus. And you may do Vinachaya. You may destroy the miscreant. So you may destroy Vinachaya means destroy. And I may send you also to establish Varnashram Dharma, to show example, to establish the Aryan society. Or I may send you to establish Sanatan Dharma, to preach. So if we in any case, you see the four options, you stay, you leave, you accept, you reject, in any way, it's those four options are only to serve those four purposes. Either to deliver, to destroy the miscreant, to establish Varnashram Dharma, or to establish Sanatan Dharma. There is nothing beyond that. This is the mission of the Lord. In four points. So I just want to, we have some time. That's good. There is one thing that comes to my mind. I often hear that Kshanal Benapli Tulaye, Masvalgam Napunar Bhavam, Agavat Zangi Sangasya, Marjanam Kimuta Shishaha, that one fraction of a second, one lava matra, Sadhu Sange, Savashastrikoy, lava, just one lava, just a fraction of a second with a devotee is worth everything in this world. And it brings all perfection. Now, what happens if your spiritual master asks you to go out?
Wireless is connecting. Please wait.
To go
Connection succeeded.
to go out and preach, like Bharat, Chaturghna, they were asked to by Ramachandra to go to fulfill a mission, but they were on their own. So how can the Lord or the spiritual master ask us to leave the association of devotees to preach, if the association of devotees is so important? That's my question. Is it no?
Yes. But I think that serving the instruction of spiritual master is more important than serving the body of spiritual master. That is also important.
Yes.
But serving instruction is more important.
Yes, this is the point.
Serving the instructions of spiritual master is more important than the body. Means serving the body is also important. We cannot neglect it, but instruction is more important.
So we have to understand that we can serve the spiritual master in two ways. Vanyovapu. We serve him personally, his physical form, or we serve his orders. And both are non-different. They are still service. Similarly, we may serve Krishna. We may attend Krishna's care, like the deities. We are there, we feed him, we dress him, we bathe him, everything we do for his form. But as well, there is his order in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Yadi Muragram. You have to preach as well. So I have to leave Krishna's form, but to fulfill what? Krishna's order. And in some case, the spiritual master, the devotees, or the Lord may ask us to leave his association, the association of devotees, to fulfill his orders. Why? Because we can see the Lord in two ways. Through his external appearance, but also through his orders, through sound vibration. In this age of Kali, we can easily see Krishna through the sound vibration. It's more easy than to see Krishna through his external form. In this age of Kali, Krishna reciprocates more with the holy name than with the deity. That's because in this age of Kali, there is more people to be saved than in any other age. So if we share the holy name, we do more benefit to others than just worshipping the deity. So there is great mercy, great opportunity by fulfilling the orders of the Lord, even if we have to leave sometimes the association of the deity or the devotees. So Prabhupada was one time received a letter from one of his disciples, and the disciple was complaining, Prabhupada, you send me there, I'm alone, I'm struggling. Prabhupada replied to him, this letter is in 74, and like, what alone? When I was in America, I was never alone. I was always connected to my spiritual master. While doing arti, while cooking, while preaching, while going outside, I was never alone. One should understand he's never alone. As soon as we fulfill or we endeavor to satisfy the orders of the spiritual master, this one is reciprocating and empowering us and accompanying us through time and space. It's transcendental. It's beyond time and space. So even if your spiritual master has departed this world, even if Prabhupada is not there anymore, physically present in this earth, still he has led so many instructions in his books. Still he has empowered so many disciples to represent him and to order us through them. In that way we can serve Prabhupada directly through his instruction. And it's not different. That's why Prabhupada said, what will happen when interviewer lady asked, what will happen when you will die, Prabhupada? Prabhupada triumphantly replied, I will never die. I will live all the way through my books. Because there is the order, there is the value, there you can serve me, there I can connect. There I can spread my mercy to you. So I will finish on one point that you see sometimes we have the order of the Lord, and let's say this is the size of our achievement, okay? And sometimes the order of the Lord or the orders of our spiritual master is that big, okay? So I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to do this big, and my achievement is that small. So I may think myself, because of the relation between the two, I'm a failure. Because the order of the Lord is in every town and village. It should be spread. Everybody should become a devotee. That's the desire of Prabhupada. I have already difficulty to do even one devotee, To make one French people change 61 is already beyond my capacity. What to speak of converting the whole Paris, France, and the world. So I'm sorry, Prabhupada, but I'm a failure. So maybe I should not even try. Maybe preaching is not for me. We could think like that. But actually, this situation is not necessarily a failure. Why? Because if your intent, let's say your trial or intent is like that, then it's bigger than what the spiritual master was expecting from you. And therefore, this is your success. You see? It's not about so much about the size of our achievement, it's much more about how much we try to satisfy the spiritual master orders. And this is our success. Because the spiritual master based his philosophy, his relationship in the same way that Krishna does. Krishna says, I'm satisfied by the love, the intention, not the external. Therefore, if we try really to chant the holy name with humility, to share the holy name with tolerance, then for Krishna, this is more valuable than doing great achievement, but taking pride in them and offending devotees. For Krishna, the success is in our attempt, not in the content, not in the result. So that's for us, to be relieved, because Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they have a lot of expectation. They expect a lot from us. We may not be able to do much, but still, if we try, this is our perfection, and this is their pleasure. That's all for today. If you have any question, then please, you can do so. Otherwise, Vasalam is hot because it's 9. Okay. Yes.
Maybe this question is stupid, but like you said that if Lord asks us to leave, then we should accept it.
Yes. Yes.
There can be some hidden selfishness also.
Yes.
For example, okay, if I don't do this, maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe Lord is not asking me. Lord is not letting me do this because Lord doesn't want me to do it. Maybe I also don't want to do it. You understand what I'm trying to say? I don't know what to say. Like, okay, I should go to the temple. Okay, but if I'm unable to reach the temple on time, or if I'm unable to go to the temple, that is what Lord wanted. So, yeah, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the belief like that.
Yes, I see.
So,
You understand.
I mean, I am asking you because I think, sometimes I think that way. Okay, yeah, Krishna wanted me. Krishna didn't want, so that's why, So, I really don't know. And then I think, I don't know,
The answer to this question is, did you sincerely try to do your best to arrive in time, for example, to the temple?
Then we say that, okay, Krishna didn't want me to try. You understand? Then it starts on building. Oh, I didn't wake up for Mangalarti. Krishna didn't wake me up.
No.
Yes, no, it's so
Yeah, the mind is tricky, isn't it? Yeah, the mind is tricky, but Prabhupada, Prabhupada orders. He likes us to wake up for the Mangalarti. It's compulsory. He has established for us the program to become Krishna consciousness.
Mangalarti is an easy example to understand.
Yes, but you can take this for everything. The more you read Prabhupada instruction, the more you understand what he wants from you. And if you cannot, if you need some precision, then you ask to senior devotees so that you can clarify. And by following their order, then you come in line. And your mind won't trick you.
Okay.
I know what I have to achieve, I'm going there.
And maybe the response of Krishna, but with his material energy. For example, if you cannot wake up, it's not with Krishna, but with Tamas.
Yes.
So you are not Krishna consciousness anymore, but it's always Krishna because everything is Krishna.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, blaming Krishna for our laziness is tamasic.
Not laziness, Prabhu.
Or for our shortcoming is also tamasic. Because whatever shortcoming we do have, we should thank Krishna, not blame him. Because by any suffering we meet, it's an opportunity to think about Krishna. And thinking about Krishna is perfection. Kunti says, Vibhada, Sampudha, Shashvat, Tatra, Jagat Guru. Wherever there is calamities, then my Krishna, if it means that in the end I come to see you, then this is perfection. Let these calamities come again. If these calamities increase my attachment to you, if that calamities make me reconsider my anattas and make me work on myself even more. Then Krishna, you have to trust him. Whatever he does, either if you suffer or if you're happy, this is for your benefit so you can come closer, quicker to him. So it's about faith, you know. Why we blame Krishna when we have difficulties? Because we don't have faith that his plan is perfect, more perfect than our plan. And we think I know better than Krishna what I know. But if we have faith, then any suffering is welcome, like Kunti Maharani, you know. She was complaining to Krishna when Krishna came to Indraprastha to visit Yudhishthir for the Rajasuya Yaga. Kunti came and said, "Oh, my dear Lord, I'm suffering so much. Why are you not more present with us?" But in the end, she was grateful. In the end, she said, "Whatever you've done, my dear Krishna, is perfect." And actually, Kunti even asked for more. She said, "Please cut my bond with the Pandava, with my family, because I take shelter of them instead of you." Snapasham Mamchindi. Didam Pandushu Vishnishu. Kunti Devi says, "Please cut my bonds with the Pandavas, because I have the affection for them for the skin relationship. I have affection for them as family members, not because they are devotees. I have some other object of affection than you, my dear Krishna. And I love my family because they are related to my body. This is what I feel," Kunti Devi says. So I don't want that. So let me experiment more calamities if it brings me more closer to you. But we may pray that Krishna may listen. Krishna will only send you what you can overcome. Krishna will never send you tests that you cannot succeed. This is impossible. Krishna gives you only tests that you can have a chance to pass through. So whatever suffering we have to face, we have a chance to go beyond them. Because Krishna will never send you a situation where you are hopeless. It's not possible. And if you are hopeless and you take shelter of him, this is the perfection. So you can be winning. With Krishna, it's only win-win situation. There's no loss. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki, Nitai Gaur Pramanande. Sure.